Hey, good evening, everybody out there. Sorry for the 3 minute
Good
late
evening.
start. Uh, yeah, we've got Alex and Jeremy with us tonight. Warren is off celebrating his birthday. He will be back with us next week. So big shout out to Warren, and hope you're having a good one. I think he is
Happy
94.
happy birthday, Warren.
nine- Yeah, 94th birthday. Happy birthday, Warren.
It's
I
looking all
don't know.
right for that for '94. Fair
Yeah,
play
yeah,
to
yeah.
him.
It's those what's that stuff that my mom used? Oil of Olay, facial cream, and a couple of facelifts and all the stuff that keeps the guy looking young. Actually, I hope
As long
it's
as he
what.
doesn't do a Michael Jackson, we'll be all right.
Well, but okay, that's enough talking about Warren because Warren always reminds us that this is an Arsenal show and it's not a Warren show. So Arsenal 2-0 to Newcastle at home. I believe it was expected. Struggling Newcastle, even although they've got the big owners behind them. I mean, we're only going to see the effect of that next season, of course, because or if they can get some business done in January. But Newcastle are not looking good, and we'll obviously expect it to beat them. Alex, your thoughts on the game in a whole?
Uh, yeah, I'll start with the lineups, I guess. I was surprised a little bit to see Sambi and Tavares in the starting lineup after their dismal performances last week, and for 2 weeks running. Actually, Sambi had
Sorry, guys.
a poor game, and then Tavares, after that horrendous pass that led to Liverpool's second goal. He went completely missing for the rest of the game. But we were always chasing the game. But anyway, so yeah, it was a little bit surprised, but then I listened to Arteta's reasoning for it before the game, and we were saying that Tavares he's not a player to want to hide, so I respect that decision, and I thought let's see what he's got, and other than his shooting, Tavares was on point. He put in an amazing performance. As long as he can
Yeah,
tone down his shooting, or if he is going to
yeah.
shoot, at least make sure he can hit the target instead of Rose Ed. So yeah, overall, really, really solid performance. I thought Newcastle didn't really have much. If they were going to score, it was going to be a quick catch on the break, possibly. Yeah, we controlled the game really. There was just that one shot from Shelby in the first half where Ramsdale pulled out an amazing save again.
Yep.
But yeah, controlled. Saka was amazing. Martinelli came on and did his bit. It was great to see him get a few more than 5 minutes in a game for a change. It's a shame that it had to come when Saka was injured, But look, if he's going to play on in a wide position, I sort of say, what is he better than Smith Rowe? No. Is he better than Saka? No. Would he get above Lacazette and Aubameyang? Well, possibly Aubameyang on form, but then you go back to that whole thing of do you drop your captain? And I suppose you pick your captain because you want the captain to play every week, and that's why he's your captain. Yeah. For midfield, the defenders were pretty solid. There wasn't much getting through. Partey didn't have a greatest game. Sambi looked okay. Yeah, I thought Smith Rowe was generally quite quiet. Ødegaard didn't really do a whole hell of a lot, really. I saw him use his right foot a couple of times, which was promising. But yeah, I thought Saka, Martinelli, Tavares, and obviously Ramsdale. I thought they had absolutely cracking games. Okay, Ramsdale only had one save to make the whole game, but you got to keep your concentration and pull off an amazing save. So, yeah, I was pleased with it overall. Yeah, happy with that. A 2-0. Of course, I'm always happy with a 2-0.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to judge us against a Newcastle team that I don't even think they've got a win this season yet. So it's hard to judge the team on on that game, but you still got to go out and go win
Um,
the game for sure.
I think under Eddie Howe, they're quite organized. They in that first half, I mean, it was difficult for us to break them down. And I mean, a lot to do, as Alex said. Tavares, I mean, he had a good game. He was driving the ball, but one of the greatest things that he did in the game was Saint Maximum. You didn't even notice. I think only right in the last bit of the game, you actually noticed that he was playing. So yeah, Tavares did well there, but they're well organized. I think that under Eddie Howe, they're getting somewhere. So it was difficult for us to break them down. We are going to struggle against teams with a low block. That's I assume that's why Arteta chose Odegaard instead of Lacazette for that specific purpose and because it's at home. But yeah, I think Saka changed the game in the first 10 minutes of the second half, where he took the game by the scruff of the neck. There was a chance also before that he took, that he almost scored. So yeah, we it's positive. It's positive. I don't think Newcastle are not a bad team. I think it was a good result. So yeah, let's see how it goes from there. They got two very important games coming up now. I think they're playing Norwich and Watford, or Norwich and Burnley. Sorry. So yeah, they it's two big games coming for them. It's yeah, for that relegation battle.
Um, what I wanted to ask, I mean, Jeremy, I know you were a big Pepe fan. How does Pepe get
Yes.
back in the squad, or at least the starting lineup?
That is going to be a tough one. Yeah. I I mean, it was when Saka got injured. I would, and it was on the right hand side. So Martinelli normally plays on the left. So I automatically thought that Pepe was going to come on. That's the first reaction. But I think that Arteta sees what's happening in the training field. I'm sure that he gauges performances there. Pepe is going to struggle to get in the team. And if he does get the opportunities, it's going to be in the League Cup. And if he does get any chance, it will be in a the last 10 minutes of a league game. And he'll only come on. He won't come on if we're leading 2-0. He'll only come on if we're behind, or it's So he's got to impact the game in that 10 minutes that he comes on. So it's a tough road ahead for him, to prove himself.
Then, Alex, I mean, I think Warren said it last week. You can't see goals in our team. I mean, from our defense, I think looking at the back five, obviously including the goalkeeper, Lukonga and Partey seem solid there in the midfield. But that final third, we're struggling. Even although Emil Smith-Rowe and Saka plays well, we need goals from up front.
It's those two up front in the centre, isn't it? Really, it's Lacazette who tends to play deeper anyway, and he works hard all game. But what have you kind of got a striker for? You still need someone to put the ball in the back of the net. My opinion of it is that we don't move the ball quick enough on a counter attack. We don't break quick enough. When we do, we look dangerous, and we had started to break quicker with a 4-4-2. But I feel sometimes it's just not there, and I just don't think Aubameyang is the person for us anymore. I think if we don't sell him in January, we certainly need to sell him at the end of the year while he's still worth something. Maybe I don't know. I suppose it depends on how much faith Arteta's got in him, but the lack of goals speak for themselves.
I think that the reality of the situation is that if he doesn't hit any form, we won't make top four. We actually depend on him to make top four, because he's the only one that's going to provide those 15 to 20 goals. So we actually do need him to get into the top four. Your Saka and your Smith-Rowe is not going to get more than 10. or 50
No.
in that for that matter.
I mean, I'm looking at the top scorers, and obviously
Smith
Mo
Rowe's top
Salah's up.
scorer.
No, I'm looking at the league top
Oh,
scorers.
okay, fine.
Uh, and I mean, Salah's up there with 11. Then you got Jamie Vardy with 9, and you'd want to put Aubameyang up there, but he's only got 4 goals for the season, 4.
Mm.
And he's supposed to be a top striker, and that's just, in my opinion, not good enough. And like I said last week, look, with Aubameyang, he's not a youngster. We should not have to be patient with him. And
Yeah.
he
And I mean, last year it was what was it? It was his mother's illness. It was malaria. It was COVID. Or no, COVID was this year. So there was a lot of factors last year that, that we at least, and he had credit in the bank for the previous seasons. But there's no factors now. There's nothing wrong. So he should be kicking on. That goal that he missed, that sitter. I mean, it would have been harder to miss it than to actually score. I don't know. It was just insane. It was and it was at the point of the game that we were starting to get a bit worried. Where's the goal going to come from?
Yeah, it was. I mean, even last season. He only scored 10. Yes, we had a lot of things going against us, but so did everybody else. Yet Harry Kane scored 23 goals for the season. Mo Salah 22 last season. I mean, even Bruno Fernandes had a lot of penalties, so we can't count him in. But even Patrick Bamford scored more than Aubameyang last season, and this season just seems to be even worse than last. I mean, with the chances he's missing, yes, we don't create enough. I get that, and I just think, I'm with Alex here. If we don't sell him in January, sell him at the end of the season. But then the other question, which I don't have an answer for, is who do we get in his place, or do we then go to the Martinellis and the Ballagans, or do we bring in a top striker?
And the $1 million question is why didn't Balogun and Nketiah go on loan? So what is the point? I mean, why are they there?
It's a good question.
I don't think Nketiah is going to make this team, man.
No,
I don't think so.
I think Balogun's got much more chance of getting in than Nketiah. And the fact that Nketiah doesn't get into the team sort of speaks volume about maybe what sort of player Arteta's after, because he is quite lightweight, Nketiah.
Yes.
And there's not much else to his game other than he can put the ball in the back of the net. He's a bit of a poacher, isn't he? But
Yes.
other than that, there's not much else to his game. I think Balogun he probably sees more of as a complete player. I think Nketiah will go, but Balogun. But is Balogun ready? If he gets rid of Lacazette, is Balogun ready to fill that sort of role or that that sort of responsibility? I think we need to bring someone a bit more senior in to, that if we get rid of Lacazette or if we get rid of Aubameyang, we've got a quality striker there. We might even need to bring 2 in.
Yeah, true.
But I mean, and how much are they prepared to pay for that?
Well, what's the going rate for a good striker? It's a lot of money there. I mean, there's the Fiorentina striker that's looking. Everyone's after him at the moment, aren't they? I'm trying to think of his name.
I still like Ivan Toney. I don't know. There's something about him. I think he could be in a better team.
Vlahovic, that's his name from Fiorentina. Everyone's after him. I wouldn't mind Ivan Toney. I suppose he'd come at a bit of a premium though.
How much do you think? About 40, 50?
Yeah, 40, 50, which I don't suppose is that bad. And I suppose also he's proven that he can put the ball in the back of the net for a Premiership club as well. Always the risk when you're looking at somewhere like Serie A. I mean, Ibrahimovic can still bang the ball in the back of the net for a Serie A team, and he's about 70, isn't he? He's nearly as old as Warren.
Yeah.
But
I like a muscular, a bully type of, like Lukaku type of striker. We've never had that for a very long time.
And Vlahovic does have that height and strength, and he can really put the ball in. I mean, he's playing for Fiorentina, who aren't a great side, but he's banging in a hell of a lot of goals.
And what about Antonio? What's that? Aston Villa? Aston Villa? Yeah.
No, West Ham.
Miguel Antonio. Oh yeah,
West Ham.
you take Miguel Antonio every day of the week, but would he come to Arsenal from West Ham? Ooh, yeah, maybe. I mean, it's not quite as bad as coming from Tottenham, but it's still, they're still quite a big rival team. I suppose salary's got a lot to do with it.
Yeah. And obviously, if we make it to Champions League and they don't,
that will be a telling factor.
Yep.
I'd take Antonio. Yes. Injuries concern me a little bit with him. And he always seems to get yellow cards, but great striker, big powerful guy, isn't he? Sort of guy that's not going to get bullied off the ball. Whereas you put someone like Martinelli up front up against Van Dijk and some of these big centre backs, and you just go, he hasn't got a chance really.
I mean there was also something I wanted to talk about. Is we all know how good Martinelli is. My problem is he's lightweight. I mean, just
you saw him
over.
Him go down under that challenge. I mean, it was a little bit of an arm and it was in his face, sort of thing. But it was no more than a normal sort of challenge from a defender. And I thought, every time he goes down, I just think, oh my God, how many months is he going to be out for this time?
And I don't know what he's going to do if he needs to bulk up and hit the gym a bit more. Yes, he's only 18, 19, so he's still growing. But I feel he needs to build some muscle if he wants to make it in the league.
Yeah, they're obviously targeting all of those areas, and
Sanchez is available in January. Do you know what? I do miss Alexis Sanchez a little bit. He was a great player for us, and it's a shame his career didn't work out at Man United. Real shame. But
what I liked about him is he was like 110% guy. Absolutely. He was always driven. Yeah,
we sold the wrong player.
He tried to influence. Yeah, we did.
We should have got rid of Özil and kept Sanchez. That's the reality, I think. But hindsight's a wonderful thing.
It is.
His career would have still kicked on now.
I didn't know. Well, here's a comment from David that says Antonio's 32. I didn't know he's that old.
I didn't know he was that old, actually. I mean, no, he is too old in that case.
Then he's too old.
But I like the idea of Tony, if we can get him.
But
Aubameyang doesn't do that run anymore from the left, right? Where he cuts in and then he. How come that never happens anymore? He's never in that position anymore to or run onto. It's just
for me. It feels like
most of the time.
It almost feels like that FA Cup final was almost like his last performance for us, like his last really good performance for us.
That was 2 years ago.
Yeah. Since his contract, it's just been non-existent. It's like contract curse. It seems.
It seems like it,
and I don't see him scoring. I mean, sure, it's going to be hard for him to turn the corner.
Yeah, I think he'll score again. I can see him scoring again, but not against any sort of quality opposition.
Important goals, though.
No.
I don't. I mean, we got Man United on Thursday night.
I would really have preferred to have faced Ole, to be honest, because. Ole's never beaten Arteta, so it would have been nice. But now with Ole out of the way, who knows what's going to happen? They might go on a little bit of a bounce. Rangnick's now in. I don't know if he's going to be manager for the Arsenal game.
No. You'll understand it was.
They'll have a little bit of a bounce. And everyone will be trying to put in a great performance because everyone wants to get picked
Yes.
for the new manager, don't they? That no one wants to get
Mhm.
left out. So
And
there'll
Ronaldo
be-
will start pressing now.
Yep.
Pressing from the
And,
front.
and don't forget, look, Man United on paper it's a bloody good side, eh?
Oh yeah, there's no doubt about that.
a bloody good
What's that
side.
squad worth? It's good. It's
Yeah.
probably $1 billion or so, isn't it?
Yeah,
Probably about $1 billion,
possibly.
900 million or so.
Yeah.
You know, it's
The
a
midfield
really
can be
good,
bossed, man.
really good team. So
The
Yeah,
midfield can be bossed. I mean, Party needs a good game. Party needs a good game.
yeah, I'd sort of fear a little bit if they play those three in midfield, like your Fred McTominay and who's Matic. I mean, that's a very difficult three to break down.
Yeah.
Like,
Do you
it's
think
Chelsea-
He's
it's
probably
Chelsea
injured.
found out.
He's
I think-
probably injured.
I think so, or he's just not selected. I think he might be injured. Maguire's injured. I suppose if you get past the defence,
is Maguire injured? Wasn't
you
he
get past
just
the midfield,
suspended?
you're right. Was he suspended? Oh no, yeah, you're right. He's suspended. He got that
He's
red
suspended.
card, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He plays.
So it's
against
Bailly,
us.
Is he gonna be
Bailly
back?
and Lindo.
He should be playing against us. So
Mm.
yeah, hopefully Aubameyang can be awake for a Maguire era. The other question I will ask you: do you think that White and Gabriel can keep Ronaldo quiet? Because he plays as an out-and-out striker now, so he's obviously on them.
Maybe. Do you know what I think we should play as our midfield? I think we should counter what Man United have done, and I think we should play Partey, Maitland-Niles, and Lokonga in midfield,
Oh, okay.
and just do a flat three in midfield.
Have we done it yet?
No, but I think
No.
we should.
I don't. Yeah, you'll never do that.
And I think we should go.
You'll-
Yeah, I
you'll-
think we should go with those three in midfield. I think we should go with Lacazette and then Saka and Smith Rowe as Lacazette as a false nine, and then Saka and Smith Rowe as attacking wingers.
Yeah, I think Aubameyang probably needs some time on the bench to get some, to fight for his place. Maybe that's something that he needs. So yeah, let's.
Was it
Yeah,
Aubameyang?
let's see what happens.
Odegaard. Yes, something coming up with Odegaard from Charlton. So, what's the verdict of this? Well, he's still a kid. I mean, he's 23 years old. So
yeah, he's still young.
He's still young. I can only go back to the Spurs game where I saw something in him, and he was just finding these pockets of space and finding these balls through, and after that nothing, and nothing again after that. So this, I don't know. I don't know what to. I don't have a verdict on him. I don't know if we should. I mean, we're not going to sell him because we just bought him. I mean, what is your guys' feeling on Odegaard?
My feeling is he needs too much time on the ball, and against teams that press high or press quickly, he doesn't have what it takes. He can't turn quick enough because he's always trying to turn on his left foot. He looks a little bit cumbersome sometimes. He does have an eye for a pass. I'll give him that, and he sometimes he has a decent shot on him, and he's quite good with set pieces as well. But I don't know. I preferred Smith Rowe in that number 10 position, if I'm honest, because he can turn really quickly. He can turn at speed, and I did actually see Odegaard do that once recently, and I thought, oh, maybe he's learning. But I don't know. He's young, and he's probably it's one of those things where you need to give him a couple of seasons probably to see if he can find his form, find his rhythm within a couple of years, and if he can't, then you sell him on. But I think he needs to be given a chance, whether it be in cup competitions or wherever else we need him in the league. Give him a chance.
Yep. Okay. Jeremy, your thoughts on Odegaard?
I think he struggles against the better opposition when he doesn't when they're pressing him. we actually, or the way I see it is that if we play at home against, probably the same as Ozil's situation, when we play at home in a team like your lower bottom of the table teams, he's ideal for picking the pass and breaking down the defense. So I think that's where Arteta's thinking is. But when the team is coming at us, I don't see him playing.
So
And yeah,
so
I
hearing
actually
what
I
you
don't I
guys
don't I don't yeah.
hearing what you guys are saying, and obviously also checking out the comments here, is not nobody says he's not good enough. Everything else, I think he can learn. I mean, he can, as he gets used to the league, he can learn that he doesn't have that much time on the ball. He needs to do things a lot quicker than what he would do in the other leagues he's played before. So the way I see it, it's 50-50. Either he learns and gets on with it, or he just falls flat on his face. And the only thing with that is time, and see where he is in 2, maybe 3 seasons.
Yeah.
One thing I also noticed he always led the press. He doesn't do that anymore. I don't know if it's
Yeah,
instructed not to
he
do that
didn't
as
do it
well.
against Newcastle, so I don't know why. He always used to lead the press. I mean,
Yeah,
that's what I liked about him. He did it in the
yeah,
Spurs game, going back to that game, and it
yeah.
worked
And
wonders.
Yeah.
winning position up the field.
Yeah. Then Tierney.
Sure.
It's
We
like
used to.
ghost, doesn't he?
I'm gonna say we used to. Not that my feelings towards Tierney has changed. I mean, we loved him. He was our probably most consistent player for a very long time. And what now? What happens to him? He just needs to fight for his place, and when he gets the chance, grab it with both hands. Because we all know he's a capable player. I mean, he's one very, very good left back.
It's a difficult situation. I know the healthy team environment is where a player is not comfortable in his position and there's competition for places. But sometimes he's the best 11, and to get into the team, you know that you're not going to be selected. Come game time, and he's not even getting time. He's not even getting minutes on the substitutes bench. So I haven't seen him play for. I don't know when was the last time he actually played. So yeah, it's odd. It is odd that he hasn't played. I mean, sometimes what game was it? The Liverpool game where we actually needed an. I mean, obviously hindsight, but we needed an experienced guy there. To play in that game, and that's where Tavares was also making all the mistakes, and then he proves us all wrong by actually playing well against Newcastle.
So,
He
So
bounced
yeah,
back. You know
so
what? And then that first half against Liverpool, he kept Salah very quiet. He did.
yes, he did.
And just before that pass, he actually battled to win the ball back on the touchline, didn't he? And he went on a run. You thought, oh, he's going to go on an exciting run here, and then he plays the suicide pass. And after that,
Yeah.
that killed his confidence completely for the rest of the game. So
Yeah.
I
No,
just
but
see
I'm,
that
I'm
as
sure.
like a little bit of a blip, and I just think, I think
I'm sure that Klopp actually told the players, you target Samuel Lokonga, and you target Tavares, and when they get the ball, you press them quickly, and they will make mistakes. I'm sure that was one of the game plan to target those two, and after the second half, and it worked.
Yeah, I think they actually targeted Tomiyasu more after that.
Yeah.
I think both of those goals, the third and the fourth goal, sort of came from breaks down that or our right hand side, their left hand side, didn't they?
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Or did they?
Yeah.
Maybe. Well, I think so,
so,
possibly.
so
Yeah.
how would this work? Making space for Tierney and giving Alexis, putting Smith at number 10 in that number 10 role, and playing Tavares as a left mid, like pushing Tavares forward and putting Tierney at left back, switching Emil Smith Rowe to the center.
I mean, that'd be great. I don't know if Tierney is a great defender, if I'm perfectly honest. I think he's more of a attacking Tierney almost plays like a winger himself, doesn't he? When he does play,
Yes.
and Xhaka's usually the one playing left back for most of the
Yes.
game.
Yes.
Yeah, well,
I mean, that's the plan. That's why most of the attacks came from the left. Then
Yeah.
he pushes up, and then Zaka fills his place now.
But if you put Tavares on the wing and you put Tierney as a left back, I mean, would they complement each other? I suppose I don't know if they would. Maybe it's worth trying. Who knows?
Who's the better crosser, Tierney or
Tierney,
Tavares?
I think he's a better
Tierney,
crosser.
yeah,
Yeah.
Tierney is much better.
But recently he's been terrible. I mean, the last few games he was.
Look, it's form, dude. I mean, he's been brilliant since he came here. So that dip in form, I believe, had to come, and unfortunately, it came at the time when we needed him to be on form, and unfortunately, he lost his place, and he obviously needs to fight for it now. But yeah, still, I mean,
It's hard.
I wouldn't want to.
Back when you keep getting injured.
And yeah, that's also the other thing. He's getting injured a lot. I mean, he plays 2-3 games out for 4 weeks.
And you look at Tavares and you go, well, I reckon that guy could probably last most of the season.
Yeah,
he looks a bit of a,
True.
he's physical, he's strong, isn't he?
Yeah.
You look at both our fullbacks actually, and you wouldn't mess with them, would you? The two tough players.
Nope. And the other thing, look, I think we're definitely getting back into Europe next season, and we're going to need both of them.
Touch wood.
Nah, I'll put my hand up, but I think we we're definitely making it back into Europe next season. And we're going to need both of them. And I think we're probably going to need backup for Tamiyasu also. So yeah, expecting some business in the sun.
Inevitably, United will kick on. I mean, without a doubt, they're going to kick on. So they're going to be challenging. And then West Ham is not going to drop out of this. I mean, they're going to stay there. Leicester will also probably start picking up again. So it's not easy to make. It's not going to be easy to make Europa. It's not going to be easy.
Do you think West Ham have the squad depth though?
No.
I mean,
they're playing in Europe as well.
I know this is it, isn't it? And they top their Europa group, I think, haven't they? Or they are at the top.
Yeah.
They've won all the games, I think.
Yeah.
But you look at that squad and you go, well, past the first team, is there a lot of rotation that can happen there? Not a huge amount. They've got a couple of good squad players, but they're not strong enough, I don't think, to maintain a top 4 place if they're going to continue in the Europa League.
Yeah, we'll know about January then.
And then we've got the FA Cup next year as well. So that'll be more fixtures for them. So it depends on what their priorities are, how quickly they'll drop out of the FA Cup. Will their fixtures build up? And for each round they go further in the Europa League, that's another 2 games, isn't it?
Yep. So and we level on points with them. I mean, it's only goal difference.
And we play them soon.
Yeah, 15th of December.
Oh, that's in 2 weeks' time. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's going to be a big game then.
Yeah, I'll be there for that.
Is it at the Olympic Stadium?
No,
it's Arsenal. Yeah.
Okay, that's all right.
Oh, that's going to be an interesting game.
Yeah, put my half day off work for that.
And what else did I want to?
What do you guys make of Newcastle? How do you think that that situation is going to pan out? How are they going to stay up?
Don't know.
They're going to get relegated.
They got the budget. They got the budget for January, but who is going to come to them in January?
Yeah, well, I mean, exactly. Who? I mean, you're going to end up paying overinflated wages for someone because who's going to want to go to a club that's a well-known player and go in a relegation scrap
and play championship next year?
I don't see it. You're not going to get great players, are you? You might. I don't. It's a tough one, isn't it? You might get loans from some of the bigger clubs. I think that might be the thing that will work for them. People that aren't quite getting the game time that they want at some of the big clubs around Europe.
Yeah,
but get a collection of those to keep you up, and then go to the summer transfer window, and then actually build a new team.
But they don't
Dele
have
Alli.
a bad squad. I mean, they got. They don't have a bad squad.
No,
Look
they
at
don't. I think Steve Bruce is a terrible manager,
Oh yeah,
awful manager.
yeah. I think probably. I can't think
Only if
of
they're regretting
one.
actually.
I can't think of one ex-United player that became a good manager.
No, they're all frauds.
No. Yeah,
Let me see.
they're all crap, man.
There must be
Steve
one. There
Bruce.
must be one.
No,
I can't think of one.
I can't think of one.
No, they're all
Well, he was the
failures.
best of the lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably. I
Yeah.
don't know. Steve, I think Steve Bruce has at least maybe won a trophy. As I think, didn't he beat? Was he managing at Birmingham when they beat us in the Carabao Cup final or something like that?
The
Possibly.
Koscielny Chesney one.
Yeah, was it? I can't remember.
Yeah.
A while
But
ago.
he's
A
also-
while ago.
So going on to Manchester United on Thursday night. I mean, who are we watching? I mean, who's the threat there? I mean, it's hard to judge United without Ole there now, because with Ole there, you didn't have to worry. Obviously, like we said, new manager.
Got to break Sancho's legs, haven't we? Because he's
Yeah.
going on a little bit of a scoring run. So got to take him out of the game early.
I know
Ronaldo.
we perform better against teams that don't press us from the front, man. If we got time on the ball, they're not going to press us from the time. They're going to sit back and try and beat us on the counter. So we'll do well against him, like we always do.
That's Rangnick's whole philosophy, though, isn't it? It's press. But
he's not gonna. He won't be able to do that in two sessions of training. He's gonna. I mean, pressing as he has to do it in practice. The guys are gonna have to get fit. It's a process. It's like it's probably about a 6-week process basically. You can't do it in one week.
No, they've got the fitness there, though, haven't they? Man United, I think. I think the players are very fit, so they could probably press if that's the instruction. Who knows what's going to happen? It's it is an unknown, isn't it?
And they'll probably give Cristiano Ronaldo will probably get a free pass. He'll probably be the only one that doesn't have to, but then the rest will have to make up for it. He's not going to do that. He's not going to do the dog work.
Anybody hear of Saka's injury? Is he okay for Thursday? Is he out Thursday?
No, I don't know yet.
That's a hip flexor, I think. So that is quite a tricky one. That you can't rush into that.
I don't.
2 weeks.
Yeah, I don't see anything on the Arsenal site mentioning him or mentioning his injury. So I'm assuming he'll probably be okay.
It's all been a bit quiet, hasn't it?
Yeah.
If he doesn't,
because he got the injury from scoring. He got the injury from the strike of his goal.
I think and then
so coming back to is he better on the left or on the right?
On the right, definitely.
On the right.
The goal came from the left.
Yeah, but that's him. Him cutting over.
He cut across.
He cut across. But he's better on the right.
He's a better player on the right, I think.
Yes, he is.
I think
the thing is,
I think Pepe actually played better on the left, but he's never played there. He never gets played there anymore.
I also think Pepe is better on the left.
Because then he has to keep it simple.
Yeah, I still think we need a player on the left there, and I'll agree with Alex that Emmy Smith Rowe needs to go to the center.
I think he was more effective in the centre than Ødegaard is, but
he's actually created a driving with the ball culture that hasn't been done before. I think it's running or rubbing off on a lot of the players. He's very good at that, and I think that it's actually going to be in good stead for the future. I
Yeah,
love that
he's not
about
afraid
PK.
to run at players, man. Like
To-
Alexis Sanchez
yeah.
was. Alexis Sanchez take
And
anybody
take them
on.
direct.
Just
Yeah.
Yeah.
and yeah, nobody just takes that chance. And it's Pepe. Whatever he was doing in the French league, just can't do it here, and he just can't take players on in this league.
No, it's too predictable.
Yep.
You look at the way that
Yeah.
Saka takes on players, and you go, he's actually
Yeah.
quite
Mm.
threatening when he takes on players. I'd be worried to face Saka. Mind you, I'd be worried to face anyone because I'm rubbish.
Alex, that's what I noticed. They always double up on Pepe on the left there, and Saka. Saka just ease through them when they double up on him there.
Yeah, Pepe's lucky if he
Salah-
gets past
Salah as
one
well.
guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
You always
Yep.
know he's going to cut inside as well. There was like a little bit of a spell towards the end of the last season where he started to mix things up because Saka mixes things up a little bit and goes on the outside sometimes, just to make himself unpredictable. But Pepe, you just know he's going to cut inside every time.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's going to do the same thing, and I don't know. He's also afraid of his right foot.
Yeah.
He doesn't easily go to the right foot, and we are the two youngsters. Doesn't matter. They take their chances. And I want to go back to Tavares where he's shooting. It's just unfortunate for him when he gets to shoot. It's always on his right foot.
Yeah.
He never gets the chance where it falls to his left foot. And
he's not afraid to shoot, though, is he? With his
well,
right foot.
yeah, no, he's not.
He's not afraid to. His weak foot is actually very good in comparison to other players. It's very, very good. I reckon you could play him at left back or right back easily. He's like our Cancelo.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to see because Tomiyasu can't play all the games.
Would you put either? Can you see either Cedric or? I suppose it's just Cedric now, isn't it? I suppose Maitland-Niles. I can't see
what
either
happened
of
to
them playing
Morris?
at right
Is Cedric
back.
still? Is
Yeah, that's
Cedric still at
backup.
Arsenal?
That's not backup, right? I can't see Chambers playing again either at right back.
And Murray.
No, Mari. Well, Mari's just the stand-in centre back.
Centre back, yeah. Murray and Holding.
I can see Holding staying with Arsenal because I think he'll get these games, he'll get the cup games or whatever, and it's only a matter of time, I suppose, before a centre back gets injured, and then he'll get some more game time. Mari, though, I don't know. I don't think he's quite at the level, is he? We need.
And El Nene seems to be the perfect guy to come in after 70 minutes, 60 minutes when we're leading 2-0 to just to close shop.
Yep.
Perfect.
Sometimes you just need that, don't you? Yeah.
Yep.
I've got no problems with that. I've always said El Nene's okay. He's a squad player though. Definitely, he's not a starter.
And he knows it as well.
Yeah.
He's comfortable.
Yeah, there's talk of him going in January or going in the summer, but if I'm honest, even though I think he's far too negative in play, I still think we need him. I still think we need a player like that to slow the game down, to manage the game. Sometimes you need that player that's going to put in those backward passes just to keep possession.
Yep, and he runs.
And
that guy runs non-stop. He's got an engine on him. So I also
I don't know if he obviously has ambition to be a starting he's player, but I don't know. Yeah, he's with Turkey. Is that where he's,
no, Egypt. Oh, wait, do I wants to go? I don't know.
There was talk of him going to Turkey again. I don't know if he'll go to Besiktas or someone like that. Maybe. I mean, that's where he was on loan, wasn't it?
And Kolasinac, what is happening there?
Don't know. I've forgotten about him almost.
He can also probably be in the last year of his contract, eh?
Utility player again. I mean, I can't see him playing as a left back anytime soon with Tavares and Tierney there. Could I see him play as a central defender? Maybe in a back three, perhaps. Don't know. I don't think his future's at Arsenal though. No. I mean, I think he'll be gone if not in January, then at the end of the season.
Yeah,
I think that goal that he let by again in the Spurs game was the end of him.
Yeah, He's just not not at that level, is he? Really? He should have gone. We should have got rid of him with Mustafi, but I suppose there was no guarantee that Tavares would have worked out. So I don't know.
Yeah, I think his contract might be ending soon. I mean, how long has he been? He's been here since 2017.
Yeah. I remember seeing his first game in the Charity Shield at Wembley, and he scored, didn't he?
Yep.
I think that was the highlight of his career at
But
Arsenal.
but the weird thing is, the season before he came to us, he was in the Bundesliga team of the season. At
Yeah,
left
Was
back.
he Schalke?
Yeah.
he was at Schalke, I think.
He was in that starting 11 top Bundesliga players for the year before.
Mm. It just goes to show, though, sometimes it works out for players at certain clubs, and when they move to another club, it doesn't always work out, does it? Some players can adapt, and some players can't. I mean, you look at Messi now at PSG, and you go, "It's not having a great time, is he?" He's supposed to be like the best footballer on the planet, but I think he's been institutionalized at Barcelona.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Adapt.
I mean, if in the comfort zone from the age of 13, I mean, that's the only thing that you know, and now all of a sudden, all of
Yeah,
it
that's
changes.
what I mean.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is what it is. So, predictions for Thursday night?
I think
So
I went with
let's start with starting 11s. Who's
Starting 11.
I think the back. Yeah, the back suits. So it's already sorted, right? The
I think
midfield would be
same team
Lukonga
as the
and
weekend. Yeah, same team as the
Lukonga and
weekend, and
Partey.
just Laka comes in for Odegaard.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with a different. I'm going to go with a different starting lineup, but not that I think that Arteta will play the starting lineup, but I think it might be more effective against Man United away. I'd be a bit more wary of Man United, and I think we might get crowded out. I think Lukonga and Partey might get crowded out in midfield like they were against Liverpool, and I think that a midfield three of Partey, Lukonga, and Maitland-Niles would play Lacazette as a false nine and Smith Rowe and Saka, or Smith Rowe and Martinelli up front, and I think that'd work better against Man United.
So who do you put on top of the three then? Would be
There's no central striker at the top. I would play a flat three in midfield and a false nine.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'd be my preference. I think United have got some decent quality in there, and I look at how effective that formation was for United against Chelsea, and I go, that would actually stop any threats. But do we go for the jugular against Man United? While they're sort of down a little bit. I don't know. I just wouldn't like. You don't go to Old Trafford and think you're going to smash Man United, because most of the time you're not.
I mean, here's the other thing. United is not going to approach us like they approach Chelsea.
No.
I mean, I don't think
they're not going to sit.
No,
so
they're
going to not play on the counter.
Come at us.
Yeah, they're going to come at us. We're not Chelsea. I mean, yeah.
They got to come at us because they need the points, don't they? I mean, they're 5 points behind us at the moment. Even if they win tomorrow, it's still 2 points behind us.
Yeah.
So they will come at us. Oh my God, Wolfie agrees with me. It's getting near Christmas. It's getting near Christmas when Wolfie agrees with me.
You guys. So what are you thinking, Jeremy?
This is the way that Arteta will choose the team. He's going to play Lacazette and he's going to play Aubameyang, and then he's going to play Saka and Smith Rowe, and then Lukonga and Partey. Yeah, that's what he'll play. We know that as well. He's not gonna play Ainsley.
Yeah, he won't.
Yeah, I don't think he will.
Or he might start Martinelli instead of Saka. Eh?
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind that at all.
Possibly
Depends
one of
on
the few changes he's going to make is that.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's dependent on Saka's injury. Yeah.
Yeah.
So with that said, predictions?
I've gone with 1-1, I think.
Mm.
And on on the prediction site. I
Yeah.
can't see us beating Man United. I could see them beating us. I'll settle for a draw. I'm hope it's always great to get a win, but I think we might draw. Optimistic. Just think like that changes. We've only gone and players looking to impress on the new man. I think they'll come at us with everything that they've got, and they're right to.
I agree.
Yeah.
Um,
Jeremy?
I think that, like I said, if they don't press us from the front, I don't think they will do. We got a chance. But I don't see. I agree. I don't see us winning. I think a draw will be good enough. A draw will be good enough. And then then we kick on from there.
Yeah, we got Southampton next, and then we got West Ham after that. So, United. It is a tough one. I mean, if we were playing United 2 weeks ago, I'd say we definitely beat them.
The Watford United.
Yeah. If this fixture was 2 weeks earlier, I think we'd win them. Now, I don't know. Yeah, also leaning to a draw. Because I see them scoring. Yeah, I see them scoring. So I'm gonna go 2-1 Arsenal. Yeah, I think we can get the result there. Yes, new manager's there, but new manager hasn't had time with the team yet, so that counts in our favor. They will try to impress, but still, I mean that negative energy should still be around them. And if they come at us, I think we can, with our defense and our goalkeeper, I think we can handle the attack. It just depends on our attack being on song. Our captain
last season
flying in the back
we
of the
won
net.
1-0. Last season we won 1-0, and the season before we drew at Old Trafford. So we haven't lost there for a while.
Yeah.
Did we beat them at Old Trafford last year?
Yeah, we beat them at Old Trafford. We won 1-0.
Yeah. Okay. So United haven't won us in a while. In the league.
Yeah,
they haven't beat us in
not since Mourinho.
Ollie's never beaten us.
Yeah.
No, Ollie's not beaten.
The last.
No, he hasn't. No.
Yeah, the last 5 games they never beat us. It's draws or we win them. So. So but I also agree. I mean, a draw. I would take a draw. And I agree with Wolfie and Alex. I take a draw. But obviously hoping for a win. And we're just hoping that Maguire plays. I mean, Maguire plays. If Maguire plays, we win.
Yeah.
Maguire and Lindelof doesn't. That's not a good combo. That's not a good combo.
Can you see? Can you see
How long is Varane?
What'd you say?
I can see him scoring.
I said, can you see Aubameyang scoring now? Can
No.
you see him playing?
Yes.
Arteta's
not going to drop. Yeah, he's not going to drop him. But I can't. After that miss against Newcastle, I was lost for words. I was dumbfounded on. I don't know. I can't say what happened to the guy. Yeah.
And if both Aubameyang and Lacazette is playing, and there's a penalty, who takes the penalty?
You got to give it to Aubameyang. He needs to score.
Give it to Ramsdale.
He needs to score. Aubameyang needs to score goals. I mean, it doesn't matter against who it is. Aubameyang needs to just. I think it's all in his head, all confidence.
It's gone, isn't it?
Yeah. He needs to get out of his own head. I mean, I think I'm a striker, and it happens. I mean, you just can't score, and nothing goes for you, and you overthink things, and you put too much pressure on yourself because every time you think you get the ball, you have to score because you haven't scored for such a long time, and it just takes you down that rabbit hole even deeper.
He's had an easier career as well. I mean, in Germany he was prolific, and the first 2 seasons with us he's been prolific. So it's the first time that he's been in the situation now.
Yeah, Yeah, it is.
At
Before
Dortmund,
he's always
he was scoring 20 a game.
yeah, he was
20
going
a
for
season.
fun. Yeah, easily.
So yeah, it's
Yep.
the good players come out of these situations.
Cool, guys. I think we're gonna call that a night. Everybody out there, Wolfie, Denzel, Alistair, thanks for the comments. We will see you back. I know Warren wanted to have a show before the United game. Just keep a lookout on the Arsenal page if we're going to have one on Wednesday night. If not, we'll see you for the review show next Monday when we have 2 games to review. And yeah, hopefully. Oh, what's the other game? The Southampton game of the weekend. We didn't even.
No, so Everton. We got Everton away.
We got Everton away. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Man United away, Everton away.
shit.
Then we go Southampton, West Ham.
Oh, jeez.
It's that Everton away is a bogey game, eh? At
Yeah, but
Goodison.
Everton don't look great at the moment, do they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they will bounce
I
back.
fancy
They will
us
bounce
to
back.
get at least. Well, I don't think we'll lose against Everton, but I'm, I might be wrong, but I don't think they're firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, I'm also expecting us to win that game. I mean, we used to do well at Goodison Park.
Yeah,
we used to.
Did.
Yeah, Ancelotti
Back
turned
then.
things around a little bit and made them
Yeah.
a difficult team to beat, but at the moment they're not getting the results that they need, are they?
Yeah. Yeah. So let's see what happens the weekend then. Cool, guys. Jeremy.
Okay,
Alex,
cheers, man. Cheers, guys.
Thanks for joining, guys. Everybody, have a good evening
Good one.
and see you at the next one.
Cheers.
Cheerio.
Cheers, man.